we're playing with a Scania. Ooh. Also, you might notice I've got a hat on. And I've stolen the Bruce Wilson technique of putting me mic on me hat. I don't know whether it's suit wearing caps or not. I don't know. I'm going to try this one for a little while. Anyway, plan with this Scania. If you haven't seen or didn't hear in the last one of the last videos I did, where I was working on my ERF, this Scania is a next gen 770 V8. It's been a drifter style. It's been on the channel before, where I painted all the catwalks and all the infills and everything for going to. He was taking it to drifter style truck show. It went away the night before drifter style. Yeah. So this time we've got it in because what he wants done is wing tops. He's after getting new wing tops. They're getting painted the new flat style wing tops. Remove these wings and drop the bottom wings. These wheel arches, just the outsides, not the inside here, just the outsides. They're all going to be gloss black. Grille is going to be the burgundy maroon Scania ruby red, technical terms. That's going to be Scania ruby red. These strips are going to be gloss black. I've got a little bit of repairing to do here. He had the wagon away getting the bull bar fitted and painted when I was doing the catwalks and all the work on the back end. And he came in, when he dropped it off end of last week, he said, oh, could I have a look at this? The paint's coming off. Which is a bit, yeah. That's a bit of a bugger. Like it literally just falls off. I've just been asked as well, I might be getting the ladders and the roof rack off to paint these, because these, I don't know if you can see in the camera, are going all scabby and awful. Oh yeah, you can see that, yep. Now these haven't even been on a year, which is a bit, I'll be a little bit upset about that, because what we'll do with them, if we do get the job, this is an extra job I got asked to do yesterday on a Sunday. I just got a text and said, can you price up for doing these? I said, yes, I can. But what we'll do with these is we'll shot blast them and paint them. I think they've been powder coated, and they haven't been powder coated properly. And you can see all the edges. I think they've been powder coated, that's what I was told anyway. So, without further ado, let's crack on and get these rear wings off. And the front wings off. I might start it up and lift the thing right up actually. Drop the tag, lift the thing right up in the air, because it's on air. That's probably the best option. And also, if you haven't seen my ERF, I'll give you a quick look at that while you're here. So that's my ERF there. But I've had that a couple of years now. I've been restoring it, making parts. I made the headboard, I made all the brackets and put the lights on. All the lights and everything under there. It's all been painted. I'll not go into too much detail because this video is about Marty's Scania. But I just want to show you this. This is a Dutch rear bumper I'm making. So I've made all this up. Got all the materials sent over from Metals for You down in Wetherby. They sent me all the materials up to make it. I've got more stuff to make as well. Wing infills, lots of stuff that's on Marty's I will be making for mine. This is the beginning. Well, halfway through making this. Make sure you go check out the YouTube channel for more making custom truck parts and painting and stuff. Now, for you that don't know as well, with a lot of the modern wagons, to check your lights off before you do on your daily checks, you just use the remote. Well, watch this. So I press that button, and you'll see how the lights cycle. You should. How cool is that? That's cool, that, isn't it? Clever. Very clever. Look at this. Beautiful, man. Drifter style. Don't worry, I'm not jumping in with my boots on. Look at this, man. Oh, beautiful. It's a lovely wagon, this thing. Listen to them stacks. Stacks on a V8 over a side pipe for me any day. Any day. That sounds like a nice V8. I've got the wing tops off. I've taken this wing infill off. I'm going to use them for making templates again. And these have got to come off. I've got to take these off, but I've got to figure out how to get these off. And also, look at all this mud and sand. That's the joys of being a quarry wagon, working on the quarries. As clean as Marty keeps it, you can't keep them clean. And this is also why I don't like these spray suppression things. They're crap. Like this, the spray suppression to stop as much spray coming out. But look how much sand and mud is built up on there. But yes, I know this is a wagon that works on the quarries, in and out of quarries and farms. But there's a lot of weight and a lot of mud and stuff sitting in there. But when you look at the fronts, they're clean. So, what's the point? So I got this one off, as you've just seen, and this is the mud and sand and dust. It's all built up in that spray suppression. And this is where I've got a problem now. And these bolts here, this 3 here that hold this rear wing on, are absolutely seized solid. They're locking up. They're just locking up. As soon as you try and turn them, they're going to snap. So now I've got to persevere. Like that's way too tight. So now I've got to figure out the best way of getting them out without, because it moves slightly either way, but it locks up. So I got one out, luckily, with my induction heater. If I warm them up just gently, it gets to a point, I can't do it 2 hands, but it'll warm up, not burn the paint off. It'll discolour it slightly, but I'll get away with that. Bit of WD and they come straight out. Very lucky. So I've got the rear wing off as well. The easiest way to take that off was from here. Take the 4 bolts off and take the whole stay off and everything, because you can't get into the bolts to hold it on because of the rear bumper. To be honest, that was a lot easier anyway. I can get that off, do that on the bench, and actually work the bolts, get them out. But as you can see here, you can't get to them bolts because of this rear bumper, which looks lovely. But this is what I'm wanting to say. Obviously, I'm making parts for my wagon. And when I'm making parts of my wagon, I like to think ahead of how things come apart, covering things up. You don't want to cover that up so you can't get that off and stuff like that. I could not get these wing tops off without taking the top cover off the wing infill. There might be a certain way you do it. To me, if it was me, I would have that on a twist lock at the front and a spring and a hinge at the back or something daft. Really overcomplicate it, but means when you want to get in, you can get in. So it's just things I'm learning as I'm going along. Obviously working on this and designing parts for mine, it's quite a nice way of figuring out. Even things like, I need to take this off, drop this in a minute, and the pin there to drop the side skirt, you can't get to it unless you wrap your arm around and you have an arm like an octopus or a contortionist. So just things I'm learning. So I'm taking the front wheel latches off, and I remember doing X200, the 8-legger I did for CT Haulage. The 8-legger I did for CT Haulage. I remember taking the wheel latches off, and it was a horrible job on the front. Horrible job. They clip in from both sides, and they're a horrible thing to take off. And I remember taking them off, also parts, and the clip in, yeah. So I was taking them off, and I was looking on this one of Marty's, and I noticed it was just a handful of bolts holding the whole lot on. So I don't need all of this off, but it should hopefully assist me in actually getting the things apart. Next job I'm doing, now I've got it all stripped off, might figure it out, giving everything pressure wash off, getting the mud off. Because there's mud everywhere, and it's going to be a lot easier to strip it, work on them, if I wash all the mud off. I'm going to do an experiment. I've got one spray impression full of mud. It's not even full. Look, it's about half full. Somewhere between about 50-60% full. And this one I've just rinsed off. It's not even, it's still wet. It's not even completely empty. So this one weighs one kilo, if that. Let's see if I can weigh that one without all the stuff falling off it. 5 kilos. 5 kilos. From 1 kilo to 5 kilos, and that's not even full of mud. Been busy flattening the front wings off for the Scania. Got them all prepped, ready to go. I've washed the insides of them off, and I'm just on doing the badge at the minute because these are all going to be black. There's a couple of stone chips on this badge though, so I'm going to fill them up. Make sure it's nice and smooth. Just got to wait for the paint to turn up. I'm using a different process than I usually would. So, if you watched the video where I did my grille, I painted the grille on my ERF, and it's full gloss black, same colour as what's going to be on Marty's Scania. It's a little bit dirty now, but it's the same colour as my wings are, my drop wings are, but I did all them with a 2-pack straight shoot out the gun gloss. The problem with using straight full gloss 2-pack is it doesn't have the durability qualities of base and clear. I'm not going to, but if I mark it, if I rub this from my hand, this is where the strip's going to be. No, it doesn't. It hasn't done it on camera, but it mars quite easily, which on my wagon, which is a show wagon, isn't really a bother because it doesn't go out and work. CT Haulage's 770, he works it every day in the quarries, and as you've seen, and all the mud on the floor, it gets dirty. So what I'm going to do, instead of using straight 2-pack and gloss, I'm going to prime it, base coat, and clear it. The clear will give me a much better durable finish and save it from looking dull quickly. It's a little bit more time consuming, but it's worth it in the end. Got everything hung up in the oven, spray booth, whatever you want to call it. Scania badge laid on a table. I've just degreased or pre-painted, whatever you want to call it, all the panels, so they're nice and prepped. I've just got to get kitted up, put my boilers on, my gloves on, my mask on, tack rag them, and then it's time to squirt some paint on. While all the bits in the oven are going off, leaving them in overnight, I've got black paint on my screen. There we go. Me and well, that's so just on prepping the rear wings. Still waiting for the new wing tops to be dropped off. So I'm not prepping the wing tops, but Dad's done most of them. In fact, I think the wings might have just turned up. The wing tops have just turned up. That's weird. I was literally just saying that I'm waiting for the wing tops to turn up. Right, Marty has dropped the wing tops off. And I don't know why they were late. Because Marty and Brian at Newton Aycliffe Services were sitting having a cup of tea. And I'll be asked to say hello to Brian. Hi Brian, how are you doing? Thanks for watching the videos. Marty was telling us about you, so thank you. Hello. On the subject, if anyone else watches and wants to shout out, just drop us a message. I'll say hello. I would say I'm pretty normal. I'm not normal, am I? I have an old ERF as a toy. That's not a normal thing, is it? Hey. And he's dropped the wing tops off. These are going to need to be primed and flatted because they are textured to make them look right. And also, look at the state of that, man. That was That was horrible. Even worse than it is now. I've actually cut it off and smoothed it off a bit already. it was awful. So I need to prime and flatten them before I can paint them. So it's a bit more work, but it is what it is. It'll be worth it in the end. Because it's 5 o'clock. I'm going to play on my wagon. So in case you don't know, and you're new to the channel, because I know Scanias perform a lot better than the RF does. That's just YouTube facts. YouTube social media facts. That wagon performs better on content than that wagon. Just YouTube facts. But I do love my old ARF. If you haven't seen it, come have a look at the YouTube channel and subscribe, because this is my wagon now. I do all the work on it. Like I say, I'm making a Dutch rear bumper. And I'm using Marty's wagon as templates. Going to be getting on to prepping the wing tops now. Obviously these, where they've been injection moulded, are absolutely awful. But I'm not going to paint over that, because me monkey won't let me. Not on something as nice as this. Definitely not. My monkey won't let me to paint over them, full stop. So, gonna fill them, smooth them off, and then we'll prime over the whole lot, flat the primer, and then paint them as we did with the other bits, which have just come out of the oven. Scan here. And all the wheel arches. Just letting them go off a bit. Just buzzing them down so I can get them nice and smooth. Like that. Gives a filler something to stick to and doesn't leave any place for a little bit of air bubble. That's that one done. I'm going to splodge this up, make sure it's nice and smooth. That's the first bit done. All the bits are in the oven. Well, not all the bits. The drop wings for the rear are in the oven. They're ready to paint. Well, hey, it's all done. Right, these bits are all done anyway. Yes, black. Paint it black. The Rolling Stones is going through my head, but I know I can't put it in this video because I get no copyright. Wing tops are in now, they're all prepped. Just about to get these painted now. I've just finished the wing tops. I have no idea what time it is, it's probably about 6:30 now. I'm happy with them. Let them go off overnight. I'm going to go put the kettle on while I warm them up a little bit, and then I'll head off home for me tea. The nice thing is, you can't even tell where those horrible lumps were where the injection moulder was. I'm chuffed with that. Bonnet's in. I've masked up the eyebrows, covered things. I think they're eyebrows really, aren't they? Mask them up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the masking off after I coloured it and clear the whole lot together. One good, nice coat of clear, and give it a nice, good shine. Shiny! That's it painted. Let that go off. It's in here warm. I'm going to go out and start building the back end up, and also I might try and local that bull bar. Just tie that up a little bit because it needs to be done. So, are you ready to see what the wingtop's on? No, it sounds a bit croaky. I've just picked up that cold flu thing that's going around. Look at that! I have to admit, now it's all together and it's on, it's brought together, it looks really nice. With all the black on. Black arches, black rears with black flat wing tops. It looks absolutely mint. Oh, look at that, man. Oh, yes. I'm just on it at the minute, about to put the bonnet back in, the grill on. Yeah! She's up and cracking. I'm not gonna lie, I did have a problem when I did the wings. So these brackets here, these ones, I left them out to clean them, bolted all the wings back together, and then found out afterwards that you have to bolt them on as you're going. They go in, they bolt back together with the wings. Yeah, I didn't do that at one point. I didn't do that, so I had to take all the wings back off, or near enough back off, to fit to fit these brackets. Now is wait for Marty and Callum to come and pick the old girl up. Look at that, man. Beautiful. I love the flat tops. Flat tops look cooler. They really do, don't they? Oh yeah. I also local this bit here where there was that paint peeling off. It's nothing perfect, it's just to cover it up and make it look a little bit better. Ideally it does want the whole football bar taken off, blasted and painted again properly, but started again, but it's not getting that. Not today. She's away now. Again, man. We'll see you in a bit. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more wagon content. Obviously, I've got plenty to do on mine. And Callum was saying there's plenty more to do on his stuff, so hopefully it means I get more work to do as well. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and ta-ra for now.